There's a great variety of innovative multi-dimensional controllers in the market. Thanks to MPE, they can now be used to play MPE-compatible sound engines, such as the Hydrasynth. In this video, the Roli Seaboard block will be used as an example. Other MPE controllers work more or less the same. Although the Hydrasynth implements MPE in the most compatible standard, different MPE controllers might not match by default. Please consult the MPE controller's manual and configure it accordingly. In this setup, since the Seaboard does not have MIDI-DIN connection, we will need a medium to connect it to the Hydrasynth. It can be your computer or MIDI USB host device. In this case, I will continue to use Ableton Live 11 for the job. However, you could use other tools which allow you to route MIDI messages. No matter what tools you use, you will need to configure the controller correctly beforehand. Here are the steps to set up the MPE connection from Seaboard to the Hydrasynth through Ableton Live. First, install the Roli Connect and Roli Dashboard applications. Then connect it with the USB cable and set up the Seaboard to send standard MPE messages. You will need to open up the Roli Dashboard application to verify the settings. The Seaboard's default MPE mode should work with Hydrasynth seamlessly. If you have modified the settings before, you should reset both the device and the app back to their default status. The parameters should be configured as shown here. Keep in mind that the highlighted ones should not be changed. Set up Ableton Live as shown. Secondly, turn on Aftertouch and MPE in the Hydrasynth's system setup menu. The downward pressure control of MPE could work with the patches that have poly aftertouch mapping right away. The following MPE parameters can also be freely mapped in Hydrasynth's patches. First, the expression dedicated to control each note's individual 4-octave pitch bend can also be mapped to control other parameters. You can find it listed as MPEX. It is a relative bipolar source, which means the initial point is always neutral. Let's map to filter cutoff with a negative value. Second, MPEY, also known as slide or controller 74. They can be relative or absolute mode, and can be used simultaneously on different parameters. MPEY absolute source provides the absolute position on y-axis. Center of y-axis is the neutral position. MPEY relative source provides the relative position on y-axis. The initial point is always neutral. Let's map MPEY absolute to macro 7, which is a delay control. Let's map MPEY relative to dry wet of Milton 2, which uses wave stack. Let's listen to both. Lastly, the note of velocity can add extra touch to the voice tails. To start off quickly, you can always experiment with mapping MPE control sources to existing patches macros. The Hydrasynth offers a comprehensive modulation system. The ability to map any sources to any destinations not only shapes the complex internal sound engine, it allows you to map to and from other external devices. You can evaluate your setup and get creative with it. You can use an external MPE controller, pass the control messages to the Hydrasynth, and convert the various parameters to compatible languages that other gears speak, such as converting to typical MIDI-CC and control voltage to other non-MPE compatible synths or Eurorack devices.